Just talk about coming into Texas, 3 to go. You're still in the hunt, and talk about your outlook this weekend.
Yeah, another weekend. You know, we just got to keep digging. Come up a little bit short in Martinsville. We had a good card, and you know, did the best we could. Just unfortunately lost a few points there, but nonetheless, we gotta make up for it here in Texas. We got 3 races to go, and everybody's, you know, still set on kill. It's just we got to get out there and see what we got for a race car. We won in this car at Charlotte. It gives me a little bit of confidence knowing that the car can certainly get the job done. Let's see if the driver can do it again.
Take questions now for Clint Bowyer. Let's start with Claire B. Lang over to the far right on the against the wall, and then we'll go to Mark and then to Bob.
Claire B. Lang, Sirius XM NASCAR Radio. Clint, what have you learned so far about running a chase? How different is it than you kind of were thinking it was? And how is your team pulled together?
About what?
Running the chase.
This, I've been in it before. I mean, it's the same old chase, same races, the same racetracks, and same guy you're trying to beat for a championship. So it's damn sure the same chase. It's just, you know, it's amazing how much more competitive it is each and every year. You know, I mean, we've been solid. We've been more solid than I think I've ever been in the chase, and still we find ourselves losing points, and it's just incredible to me how competitive this sport is. You know, just keeps getting harder and harder and harder. But proud of Brian Patty, everybody on the 5 Hour Energy Toyota have done such a great job all year long. I mean, we've had so much fun this year. I mean, it's amazing to see the smile on everybody's faces. You know, this time of year it's winding down. Everybody's kind of starting to get over it. Usually about 15 races ago, and you know, this group just keeps digging and pushing harder and having more fun, and that's what's cool about being with my guys.
Let's go to Mark Garrow, then to Bob Pockris. Go ahead, Mark.
Mark Garrow, PRN. Clint, most of the focus this week, it's Jimmy versus Brad. You come here to Texas, their promotion is sort of like the presidential election. It's down to Jimmy and Brad. How does that make you feel when you certainly feel you still have a chance?
Well, there's not only myself. I mean, Casey's right behind me. There's still 10 other guys in this campaign too. You know, it's a chase with all of us, but certainly the focus is on, you know, that championship, and those 2 guys are you know, neck and neck. But certainly one little slip up on either one of their parts, and you know, Casey or I can be there for the taking. Running well. And you know, we just got to see what happens in these next 3 races. But the good news is that we've been solid. We've won on a 1.5 mile track like this. We're getting good fuel mileage. We're doing all the right things. We just got to, you know, see it through and see what happens.
Does it help you does it help your team pressure-wise, or in any way that the focus isn't necessarily on you right now and it's on just those 2?
I don't know if you've noticed, but it really doesn't matter if the focus is on me or not. We have fun and go about our business the way we're going to go about our business and enjoy ourselves. It doesn't matter.
Let's go Bob Pockris, Terry Blunt. Go ahead, Bob.
Bob Pockris, Sporting News. Are you far enough back where you don't have to really worry about what they're doing, and you can just go and race, and you're probably going to need them to have problems to get back into it?
I went back hunting yesterday and saw a huge deer. I mean, huge deer. It's focus is a little bit of an issue for me anyway, Bob. And I really woke up this morning thinking about that deer for some reason, and I know I need to try to win this championship. But that deer yesterday was huge. It was huge, Bob.
Did you snag it?
To the point we're trying to lease some more ground. Put it that way. It's on the wrong side of the fence. Need it on the other side of the fence.
Let's go to Terry Blunt and then Jim Utter. Go ahead, Terry.
Clint, realistically, what has to happen? Do you have to win once? Do you have to win twice? Does Jimmy and Brad have to finish 25th or lower? What realistically has to happen for you to win this, or Casey?
Well, Jimmy wasn't in New York when Sandy hit. He was in North Carolina, looks like, so he made it, and so scratch that from the list of ideas possibly that I could win this championship. I think Hitman's probably out of the order. He rides his bicycle a lot. I was hoping maybe, you know, I'd blow his knee out or something. Nothing career-ending or anything, but maybe painful, something painful. Keep him out of the car, but it's just, you got to beat him. That's what makes this sport what it is. It's incredible the job they do each and every year, and it's a challenge for everybody to try to outrun him. They're so solid. We saw it in Kansas. I mean, the one time, about the time you think, oh boy, they've stubbed their toe now, they had a hell of a Band-Aid and got it fixed right back up, and I think he finished right behind me, and it's like, how did they possibly do that? But that's what it takes to win a championship, and if we do that, it's going to be pretty cool.
Let's go Jim Utter in the blue shirt there, please. Get him a mic, and then we'll go to David Caravello.
Jim Utter, Shaw Observer. Clint, on more than one occasion, Michael Waldrop has kind of made an aside saying that MWR was probably not your first choice this season. But I was just wondering, what have you found to be the biggest surprise while you've been there this year?
Success. I mean, I'm not going to lie. He's probably right. But there was so much potential there. You saw the potential. I saw what could be, and if everything played out and the plan played out and the talk, if they could back up the talk, it was going to be what we're seeing this year. But that's just been the case. It's been that above and beyond. Everybody, the teamwork is the biggest word of our year. It's just incredible how everybody works together. Everybody's on the same page. Everybody pulls for one another, and we get good results because of the teamwork that we have, within MWR all across the board. Our partnership with TRD continues to get better and better. Just everybody within the team of MWR is really elevated their game in a huge way.
David Caravello, NASCAR.com. Clint, if this does become a two-man race over the last couple of races, do you give Brad a shot? I mean, you're talking a lot about Jimmy. I mean, is Jimmy just the overwhelming favorite, regardless of the points difference, if it comes down to those two guys?
Yeah, but anything can happen. 3 races is still a lot of racing. You can go into Homestead 20 points out and win this thing. I mean, you never know what's going to happen. Anything can happen. It could come down to the last lap. Jimmy runs out of gas, and you win the championship. We've seen that before, or Brad, or both of them. I mean, there's just so many crazy things that can still happen. We still got a short track in Phoenix. We still have these 1.5 miles that have been coming down to fuel mileage. That can play a huge role in a championship and the way things play out. So you just got to play your cards right. You got to put yourself in position. We've done that each and every week, and we've done a great job. I mean, I couldn't be happier with where we're at. This early, together. I mean, it's just neat, and it's almost makes you giddy coming to the racetrack. Like I was telling Bob, the worry is the farthest thing from your mind when you come to the racetrack. I mean, you're just not worried about it. Your car's going to be fast. You go out and do your job. Everything's clicking. Our communication's clicking. Our engineers and our simulation is clicking. It's effortless right now, and that's the way it is when you run good. So I know I've been in this sport long enough to know it can flip at any minute, but right now I'm enjoying the ride.
Good time for one more question. Nate, finish up again with Nate.
Nate Ryan, USA Today. Clint, where were you hunting?
Kansas.
Okay.
I don't know why anybody hunt anywhere else. It's God's country.
And just to
And the
clarify,
wind wasn't blowing.
did you bag the deer?
No. I told you, I'm trying to get, if it's on the wrong side of the fence, you'll get shot for things like that in Kansas.
My actual question is, coming into the chase, you were
That's
a
an
little
actual answer. Shot.
coming into the chase, you were worried about your performance on 1.5 miles. You guys have, I think, top 10s and all the 1.5 miles now. Do you feel like you guys have pretty much answered any questions there?
Well, but we've only won one race there, and that was, just a few weeks ago. 1.5 miles is definitely where I've got to improve as a race car driver. Brian has helped me in a big way, but still have room to improve. I mean, we need to win this weekend. We need to answer the calling and get ourselves back in the race, and I feel like we can do that. This is a good, in the fall, in the chase races, I run well here. I think we can learn from what we did wrong in the spring race and capitalize.
Clint, thanks a lot. Good luck this weekend.
Thank you. Guns for winning this race. Going hunting. Guns.